Chapter 30. The Dietary Laws. 1. The laws of unclean foods are given in Leviticus 11 and Deuteronomy 14. 2. The laws against eating blood are in Leviticus 19:26, Deuteronomy 12:23, 15:23, Leviticus 17:10-14. 3. Sacrificial meat permitted to the worshipper can only be eaten on the first 2 days after being offered and sacrificed. Leviticus 19:5-8, 7:15-19. 2. Neither fat nor blood can be eaten. Leviticus 3:17, 7:23-27. 5. No clean animal killed or torn by wild animals is to be eaten. It is to be given to the dogs. Exodus 22:31, Leviticus 7:24, 17:15, 22:8, Deuteronomy 14:21. Over the years, I have seen considerable evidence of the rage of unbelievers against God's laws governing sexuality. Sex, for the humanists, is the area of freedom. Even men who are personally revolted at homosexuality will defend it as a major human right. For them, man, not God, must determine the use of one's sexuality. For churchmen, a key area of resentment is a restriction on diet. The dietary laws are for them what God calls the forbidden foods, an abomination. Although obedience to the dietary laws during the course of church history has been more extensive than realized, opposition to them has been intense. St. Gregory of Nyssa, circa 335 to circa 395 AD, turned all the laws of God into allegories, as he did also biblical history. His status as a saint is good evidence of the Church's fallibility. Gregory held it to be unworthy of God to be concerned about foods, or law and history for that matter. According to Gregory, quote, "The law does not instruct us how to eat. Nature, which implants a desire for food in us, is a sufficient lawgiver with regard to these things." End quote. The Church is still full of men like Gregory, profoundly convinced of their saintliness as they rise above any need to heed God's laws concerning diet. Some have said that the concerns over such laws on my part are evidences of my lack of scholarly abilities. Well, faithfulness to God is for me the prized ability. These laws are the laws of life. We are summoned to choose life or death. Of course, we do have the super pious who are troubled over the necessity to eat and drink, urinate and defecate. One quote-unquote holy woman once remarked, or so it was reported to me, that she could not understand why God inflicted us with these bodily functions. He did so because he made us to be creatures, not co-gods. The dietary laws are reminders that we are creatures, if we need reminding. They tell us that the totality of our lives are to be governed by God and His Word. It is the tempter who tells man, "Ye shall be as God," Genesis 3:5, and it is the essence of sin to revolt against creatureliness. Those whose spirituality lifts them above the dietary laws are too spiritual for the God of the Bible. God gives us guidelines to make life simpler and better for us, but we like to complicate everything and then whine about it. If you don't like the dietary laws, perhaps you don't like the God who gave them.